Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to my channel. This is Living to Learn. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day, your busy life to watch my video. I do appreciate you supporting my content. Please subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. And I want to thank those of you who have been following me and supporting me throughout the year. 2024 is almost to an end. I can't believe it. I've got a couple more days a few more days, I should say, before New Year's. And so I just want to express my gratitude to those of you who have been following me. Some of you have been with me, over the past 2.5, going on 3 years. 3 years in a couple of weeks, actually, that I've been doing this channel. So thank you to those of you who continue to support me, continue to watch my videos, share my videos, comment, give positive, constructive criticism, feedback. I love to hear about it. I want to hear more from you this year. And I hope to interact a little bit more with people in 2025. I want to see those DMs. I want to see questions being asked. I want to see suggestions being made. That is my wish going into the new year. But hey, I'll do the best I can. But at the very least, you watching this video, you hitting the thumbs up, you leaving a comment, the subscribing, I really am grateful for it. So thank you to those of you who have supported me. Once again, before I get into the subject of what we're talking about today, I want to remind you that in the description of my videos, you can find my Instagram and TikTok handle at Live to Learn Coaching. You can send me messages there. You can follow for more content and pretty much reach me, right? If you want to communicate with me, that's the best way to do it, at Live to Learn Coaching. Also, once again, in the description of my videos, 3 opportunities to donate to this channel, to financially support what I'm doing here on Living to Learn. It's not something that you have to do, but if you'd like to take your support to that extent, there are opportunities for you to do so. And I want to give a special thank you to those of you who have already invested financially in my channel. That really means a lot to me. I really appreciate it. So let's get started, right? Hey, year end. We're almost done. 2024 is coming to a close. I can't believe it. I mentioned this in the last couple of videos. I still remember getting to the end of last year, 2023, and 2024, what's ahead of us, what's going to happen. Always something new, looking forward to the new things, the new year, right? There's always it feels like a fresh start, as it should. And if we're alive today and we're getting to experience a new year, that is really a blessing. That is really something to be grateful for. That is really something that should humble us. Like, hey, I'm still here. I still get to look forward to this upcoming year. And that is something that not everyone can say. We don't know when our time is up. And so as of now, we're here, we're watching this, we're alive, we're alert, and we know that 2025 is coming. So how can we prepare, right? And I mean, this can go so many different ways. And I really was thinking this week, like, how am I going to approach this? I want to do something meaningful, but I also want to do something simple, right? Because this is YouTube. This is not, this is not college. This is not a course, right? I don't have 6 weeks to break everything down. I've got 10, 12 minutes maybe. But I was thinking, like, what am I gonna present here? I want to leave us in a good spot, ending 2024, going into 2025. How do we prepare? So I came up with 3 concise steps that I think are going to help us toward positive change in 2025, and not only in 2025, but in the years to come, right? So the first one is this. And this kind of is it's a great segue from last week's video, which is how do I be intentional, right? Intentionality is very important when it comes to success, when it comes to growth, when it comes to attaining goals. And so as we segue from last week's video into the first point, my first step that I want to provide, that I want to suggest, is that we set clear intentions. Number 1, let's set clear intentions. But clear to who? Clear to you or clear to me? Clear to us. Remember, they have to be clear to us. They don't have to be clear to anyone else. This is about you and I, right? This is about what we're trying to do, how we're trying to prepare and best approach the new year. How do we do this? Well, the first thing we need to do is we need to identify what we're looking to accomplish. And that can be 1 thing, that can be 10 things. I'm not here to tell you how many, right? Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't, your capacity, be honest with yourself. But whatever it is, we need to identify what we're looking to accomplish, okay? Once we've identified that, and again, this is, if you've been following me, if you've watched every single one of my videos, some of this is going to be repetitive. I've already talked about this, but these are things that are need to be reminded of. Okay. Once we identify what we're looking to accomplish, then we can break these things down into actionable steps. What are actionable steps? These are actually things that we can take action on. We could actually do. Okay. So that's why I'm saying don't overwhelm yourself. We can't overwhelm ourselves because we actually want to be able to get something done. Remember, forward progress is forward progress. Whether you go a mile forward in a day or you go 20 feet forward in a day, you still went forward. Don't forget that. So we're going to break these things down into actionable steps, and then we're going to establish a timeline. By when do I want to accomplish this? Why do we need to do that? Well, because it's going to provide motivation. Like, hey, I already set this in motion. I already told myself and told myself that I was going to do this. And it's also going to keep us accountable. Like, hey, I said I was going to do this. So by this time, so every day I need to work toward getting there. Right? And remember, it's a day-to-day thing. All you have to do, I forgot where I watched this at. I think I saw it on YouTube or Instagram. I can't remember where I saw this, but the individual said, all you have to do is accomplish it today or something like that, right? Like all you have to do is get through today. And if we can break it down that way, it's going to be a lot easier because it's true. I don't have to worry about next, all 5 days tomorrow. Tomorrow, I just have to worry about tomorrow. Today, I just have to worry about today, right? Day by day. But the first thing we want to do is we want to set clear intentions. Okay. The second thing we want to do is we want to cultivate a growth mindset. This is something that is prevalent in my content. This is something that I take into every single video that I make. And I hope that you're catching that. And if you're not, well, maybe I need to do a better way of communicating it. But the second thing we need to do is we need to cultivate a growth mindset. We need to think of our mind as fertile soil, right? Think of it as a garden. Anything we plant, anything we water, anything we care for, anything we cultivate is going to grow, whether good or bad. This means that whatever challenges, whatever obstacles are coming in 2025, and we can almost be certain that there's going to be some, these things can be utilized for our benefit. Okay, that's part of cultivating a growth mindset. This is why it's beneficial. The other thing is remember, we look at our mind as fertile soil. We have to remember this is an environmental situation. What does that mean? Our environment is very important as far as what's going to help us. So we need to make sure that we are surrounded by positive influences, and we need to be willing to learn and to unlearn. This is very important in cultivating a growth mindset. Okay, that's the second step. Third step is this. We want to prioritize our well-being. And to whatever extent that is, we just want to make sure we're investing in our physical and mental health. Because if we're not here, if we're beat up, if we're not mobile, if we're not in a good headspace, then we're not going to be able to accomplish anything that we're setting ourselves up to accomplish. So whether this is a walk every day, whether this is meditation in the morning, whether it's breathing exercises, whether it's reading a book, journaling, whatever it is, that's what we need to do. We need to prioritize that. First and foremost, if I'm not okay, whatever I'm looking to do is not going to turn out okay either. Remember that. This is critical to goal achievement. It's critical to success, not only in 2025, but in all the years to follow. And I hope that all of us have a lot of years to follow. Okay, so let me go back through the 3 steps that I just mentioned right now. Just a quick recap. Number 1, set clear intentions. Okay, this is going to help us prepare for positive change. It's going to help us achieve positive change in 2025. Number 2, we want to cultivate a growth mindset. All right. Number 3, we want to prioritize our well-being. We got to make sure we're taking care of us as much as we can. Everyone has different capacities. We want to make sure that we're looking out for ourselves, because if ourselves are not good, anything else that we want to do, anything else we want to achieve is not going to be good either. So I hope that these 3 steps were concise enough. I hope they were simple enough to really take, to process, and to understand, and to be able to use them and to be able to utilize them as we go into the new year. But once again, I just want to say thank you so much for your support throughout the year. Thanks again for watching my videos. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Really appreciate you watching. Have a great day.